Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. I don't get it. I do not get it. One man clearly wants more smoke than a forest fire, and the other man can't even stand around being around somebody who vapes. T-Dub was Blazing Sports, guys. We are here live. I already heard this, done a video about it, but when I finally saw the video and heard it myself without reading an article from Eddie Hearn, I instantly got heartburn. Guys, please do me a favor as you come in. Please hit like, subscribe, guys, and also hit the notification bell, guys. And if you do enjoy the content, please donate to the PayPal in the description. All right, let me check YouTube real quick. Where's it at? All right, guys, this is starting to get weird to me. This is starting to get a bit strange. First, you offered a man a $12.5 million flat. No concession money, no pay-per-view money, no nothing. So Wilder, the guy right here that wants all the smoke, keep a menthol, non-menthol, filter, non-filter at all times in his mouth because he wants that smoke. He says, how about this? Since you threw out a ludicrous number of $50 million up front, how about myself, Shelly, I'll get you that $50 million up front that you asked for, that you said that, how about this? How about this? Why don't you give me $50 million up front? I'll take the fight in 24 hours. Well, damn near a month went by and that offer did not get accepted. Okay, all right. So Joshua, UK, they're standing up against Anthony Joshua. I am calling for a mutiny right now. He is not leading like a captain. Anthony Joshua, should walk the plank. And I'm holding all of you accountable because it's BS. He asked for $50 million. I will fight AJ for $50 million. I will fight AJ mother for $50 million. I will slap box with an orangutan for $50 million. I would cheat on my girl and she's right in there. Don't tell her for $50 million. And she would accept it for $50 million. But he says, you know what? Yeah, I asked for $50 million. It's cool. But the fight has to be in the UK. In the UK, right? Has to be in the UK. So Deontay Wilder comes out. And I believe it was Monday or Sunday night. Could have been Sunday. We agreed to the terms that Joshua sent over. Send us the contract to fight in the UK. We agreed to those terms that you emailed over. Send us the contract with those terms in it to fight in the UK. We agreed. But now, we're getting a different story. We gotta listen. I kept the file. I kept the file. Listen, guys. This is your boy T-Dub with Blazing Sports. We are here live. You already know who it is. And I'm back, slapping another hater across the face with a bologna sandwich. Let's get it. Let me check, make sure YouTube. All right, NBT Boxing, what's going on? What's good, homie? You know, man, just getting this boxing talk in. Listen, I got the file right here, NBT. NBT Boxing, I'm over this fight anyway. Damon, what's going on? Is it Damon? What's good, bro? Man, what's good, homie? Listen, man. To me, clearly, one guy wants to fight. Clearly. Wilder has offered $50 million to fight in the USA and he accepted terms to fight in the UK. Why are we now hearing that it has to be in Wembley Stadium? Anthony Johnson said this fight only should be in the Wembley Stadium and it won't be available. You know what? I'm talking too much. I'm talking too much, Damien. I got your back. He said, and today is Thursday and still no contract. Listen, Damien, they said that Wilder accepted it like Sunday or something like that. They said they are still working on sending over the contract. But once he gets it, he has to hurry up. Because you know what? They added some more shit to their contract. Check this out. And you know what? I'm talking too much. I know.
Tweeting stuff out the other day saying that he's going to accept the offer. You said you're going to send a contract. What's happened?
Since then, we just drafted the contract, which I should get today, tomorrow at the latest. We made an offer about 4 weeks ago. We improved the offer from our first one. And yeah, on Monday, they emailed us and said, we accept the terms, now we want to see a contract.
On Monday, Wilder says we accept the terms and we want to see a contract. And like Damien said, it's Thursday. How effing long does it take to put what you sent an email in a contract form? If they accepted what you sent, why can't it be in contract form? Somebody's a ducker. Somebody love playing duck, duck, goose without the goose. Because you are duck, 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 ducker. AJ, I have respect for you. I picked you against Charles Demigod Martin. I picked you against Dominic Brazil. I pick you as a ducker right now because that's how you're behaving. That's how Eddie is behaving. And they're trying to find a way to worm themselves out of this. But if they don't watch out, sometimes that worm get put on that hook and become bait.
This is always how it should have been in the first place, shouldn't it?
What's that?
Well, you sort of accept the terms and then
you asked for it. I mean, we wanted to know the terms before we accepted.
First of all, this interview is 100% garbage. It should have been like that in the first place, shouldn't it? They should have just accepted the terms. Who would accept $12.5 million flat? Interviewer, please stop kissing Eddie Hearn where the sun don't shine. I don't even know who you are, but I know you're acting bizarre.
The terms.
Right.
And we don't know whether he accepts our terms. All we know is that he accepts our financial offer. So
Right.
God knows what's going to happen when we send it.
We don't know if he accepted our terms, but he accepted our financial offer. Why didn't you put the terms in the offer? Because you want to do some slick shit. Honestly, I would bet you did put some terms in there, but you're going to add some more terms in there that wasn't in that offer. Because you're on some slick shit. You're on some banana peel type shit. Oops, I didn't see that coming, but we did.
In the full terms, they're not going to be difficult. They're not going to be unusual, but who knows?
But the main sticking point is the financial terms, surely, isn't it? After that, everything can be kind of worked on.
So. Yeah? You'd hope so.
Listen, Wilder accepted in the UK. Wilder accepted your financial terms. What more is it to ask for? Put it in a stadium. I don't care what stadium, what building, he accepted. The only thing he might decline, if you're trying to tell Deontay Wilder, okay, but we only want this in Wembley Stadium. AJ feels that this is a Wembley Stadium offer. So we're going to go ahead and fight Povetkin next. But we're going to get you done for this deal now. And then we're going to fight Povetkin. Then we'll come back and fight you. Woo! Eddie. Fast Eddie. Slick Eddie. Eddie do no good. Listen, man. You're not fooling anyone. And I heard you. You say you go to channels and listen sometimes. Well, listen to this. Hear me now and hear me clear. You are on more BS. That's bullshit. Than an actual bullshitting. Let me get back to the chat real quick. And I will continue. Miss Minnie, what's happening? T-Dub, how are you? What's good? Listen. Right now, your boy, listen, I have to dig into AJ. Listen, I held back. I held back like somebody wanted to fight and he had one of his boys hold him. Hold me back. Hold me back. But every now and then, Miss Minnie, you have to break loose. You have to snap like a twig. There's a heavyweight bout that we haven't seen in a long time. The heavyweight division has not been popping in a long time. And finally, it finally got some good life. And finally, a fight that could top them all. Anthony Joshua, please Google him. Built like an action figure, 6'4" or 5. Deontay Wilder, he's cut up, but he's a slimmer guy, but he's 6'7". Deontay Wilder with the cigarette. With the pack, because he keeps smoke. He wants smoke. He wants to fight Anthony Joshua. But Anthony Joshua is doing his best to duck Deontay Wilder. First he said, Deontay Wilder, if you pay me $50 million up front, I will fight you. Deontay Wilder offered him $50 million up front. Well, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It has to be in the UK. Well, as of Monday, Deontay Wilder said, you know what? I would take the fight in the UK. Send me the contract so I can sign it. Now, they're ducking, Miss Minnie. They're duck, no goose, ducking. Appreciate you again coming into the chat. I really appreciate it, guys. Do me a favor. Your boy T, listen, man. This is not scripted. This is unrehearsed. I am literally grilling as we speak. I threw my food on the cool side of my grill so I can do this video because I was thinking about it while I'm good. I'm like, I gotta get this video in. But I want you guys to hear it from the horse's mouth. I'm sorry, not from the horse's mouth, from the liar's mouth named Johnny. A liar named Johnny. People get so picky nowadays, you gotta watch what you say. There we go.
I mean, they requested a contract on Monday. So we requested a contract after the first offer, but they refused to send one.
Right, Damien.
So everything's good, really. I mean, we wanted to do the event in September, but Josh wants to box in September, or wanted to. Still wants to, but may not. And
pay attention to that. Anthony Joshua still wants to fight in September. He really wants to. He still wants to. May not. Listen to that.
Our original offer was based on a September fight. Obviously, last night you got Canelo Golovkin announced, and it's only I think 10 or 11 weeks till September 15th. So, because of how long they've taken to come back, September's out really anyway. It doesn't work for US TV. It doesn't work in a build-up sense either. So, we're looking now, if we do Wilder, for more like October, November. But
all right, I'm about to break this down, guys. He's talking about Deontay Wilder took too long to come back. Something like a month to come back. Now the fight won't be until October or November, something like that. All right, first of all, they didn't take a month to come back. Eddie, you sent them over a bogus offer that damn near blew their mind worse than a double-barrel shotgun. Pow! They turned that shit down and offer a better offer of $50 million. Then they put the ball back in your court, which restarted the clock. That whole beginning was nothing no more. Then you turned down the $50 million that AJ requested without anyone making him request this. This was his made-up dream number that came true. This was Anthony Joshua Make-A-Wish Foundation, and he didn't believe they would grant his wish when they did with $50 million. Miss Manny, Damien, you guys are right. MBT. He says, yo, bro, if the fight is not next, Wilder need to move on from this clown. Listen, man, here's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put Wilder in ink right now and fight Povetkin next anyway. That's my thoughts. Let's continue. Please do me a favor, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Originally, Josh wants to do this fight at Wembley. We all do. But obviously we can't do the fight in Wembley if it's not in September. So now we're looking at Cardiff for potentially October, November. Now we've got to go back to them, go through the dates, etc., etc. Speak.
I don't know how loud that speaker is, but they say that Anthony Joshua want to do the fight at Wembley. But Wembley won't be available in during this time, which will only leave Cardiff. And for whatever reason, they don't want to fight in Cardiff. It has to be in Wembley. Think I'm lying? Here again.
US TV again. And, you know, that's one of the things. I mean, this is the perfect coup for DAZN to nail this fight. And we'll talk to them, obviously. We'll talk to other American broadcasters as well. But I expect to have a contract ready for them today, maybe, but certainly by the end of tomorrow.
Is this a mutual 2 fight?
All right, guys. That was key right there. Talking about the whole stadium and all this. Deontay Wilder accepted Monday. Today is Thursday. And he's saying, I may have a contract today or tomorrow. Right? Listen up. Remember that. Today or tomorrow.
No, there's rematch provisions in there, but we don't. If Wilder becomes the A side, we have no problem going to America. But Josh just felt that this fight should take place in the UK, as we all did. And
listen, Eddie, they already agreed that the fight is going to be in the UK. No more need to say it's going to be in the UK. Send the contract. They agreed to the money. They agreed to UK. Make the fight happen next. If it does not happen to next, that guy right there, Anthony Joshua, wants no smoke at all. Listen, Anthony Joshua, if he doesn't make this fight next, he don't want anything cooked for him again. He don't want any kind of smoke or anything look close to smoke. He don't even take hot showers no more after this because since steam looks so close to smoke, he don't want no part of it. He's taking nothing but cold showers from this day forward if he does not make this fight happen next. Turn down $50 million. Turn down a guy that accepted your terms, the UK and the money. If it's not next, you are the biggest ducker of this century. And Anthony Joshua, if you got a problem with that, I will sign a contract to fight you. T-Dub. You know why? Even though you're bigger, you're a world champion, I got balls. Can you answer that same question? Let's go.
When we look at the numbers, with a big American TV partner, it is less than the $50 million offer, but potentially not that much.
Hearn poured water on the fight with their shenanigans. Bruh, nothing boring, man. I need to get this loud. Hold on, guys. Let's try this. This may or may not be louder.
Yeah, so I'm glad we've worked it all out. I'm glad we've done our maths. I'm glad we've taken our time. And I'm glad that the fight will happen in the UK when it does.
Key word, when it does. The fight will happen in the UK when it does. Guys, that's what was just said in the chat. Shenanigans. Because Wilder wants to fight next. Why are you saying when it does? Shouldn't you say the fight will take place in the UK next? You can't say that, huh? Okay. UK again. UK fans that support Anthony Joshua. UK fans that's against Anthony Joshua. You guys are closer to him than we are. Please hold him accountable. I am calling for a mutiny. He needs to walk the plank. He needs to walk the plank.
We are under pressure time-wise, so I'm hoping they come back in good time on the contract, because if they're going to mess around and it's not going to get done, or there's any chance it might not get done, we'll jump in and fight Povetkin in September.
Look at that, guys. There's no chance of getting done. If it's not going to get done, We will fight Povetkin in September. Oh, so you already know that's, listen, at first you're saying you may not even have to fight in September. That might not even work. But now, you might be able to fight in September. You can, listen, that's quick how you can work it out so fast with Povetkin in September. But you can't work it out as fast for Wilder, who already agreed to your terms. Playing duck, duck, duck again, you can't play goose. Because when you play, see, listen, he can't play duck, duck, goose, because when you play goose, you have to literally pick somebody, and you got to try to be better than that person to get to a certain spot. Anthony Joshua thinks Wilder is that man that can catch him. He would never say goose. As long as Wilder is in that game, he would never say goose. He'll play duck, 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 and never goose. As we continue.
Because we have to fight him at some point. It's a very good fight. It's a very tough fight. It's a very credible fight. And we can continue to do Wilder stuff. We can sign for Wilder now. For, even if it's not October, November, we can sign in December. For December or for February, no problem. But I'm not...
Did you hear that? Even if Wilder is not next now, we can fight for him in November. Or even in February. Or December. We can... Regular Monitor said that we knew this fight was the next, bro. Listen. I think a lot of us knew the fight wasn't next. But sometimes, when you're in such a corner, you got to come out fighting. If you take a dog and you put that dog in a corner, a cowardly dog, and you put that dog in a corner, and you force him to fight, that dog would defend himself. And no matter how many corners you back Eddie and Anthony Joshua in, they managed a way to screw him out of it. And honestly, they have to be held accountable. Dylan White, he has to be held accountable. You can't just be okay with these guys. Dylan White was ordered to fight Luis Ortiz for the WBC, right? Then he was ordered to fight Pulev for a mandatory position too, right? He didn't fight neither, and he fights Parker, and nobody's making a big fuss about this. They should call bullshit, they should call coward, they should call pussy when you make a move like that. That's new age move. Honestly, they try to blame Floyd Mayweather because of the whole Manny Pacquiao thing started for 5 or 6 years. But Manny Pacquiao fought champions. Manny Pacquiao was a champion. Not Manny Pacquiao, but Floyd Mayweather fought champions. He was a champion. And he typically fought people when they were coming off their best win. Luis Ortiz is coming off a loss. Dylan White don't want no part of him. Pulev won a promotional, which means they're going to get paid more. He don't want none of that, so he duck them all. Damon comes back. Look at what they... Listen, exactly. Look what they did with Ortiz, AJ Duck. Listen, man. Ortiz was his mandatory. And AJ ducked him. See, listen. I like the UK fans because of their support. And I don't knock that. I said it time and time again for years that they support their fighters like no other. But the one thing that not all of them, but some of them don't do is hold a fighter accountable. And don't get me wrong, because people like Box for Boxing, they hold him accountable. Even if they like Anthony Joshua and favor him to win, they hold him accountable and say, listen, something's fucked up. Eddie's doing some slick shit. They call him out in there, but you still got some delusional ones. You still got some of them that if they could, they would siping the semen after Anthony Joshua and suck that shit as their daily dosage of ass kissing just to be close to their fighter. And they won't hold him accountable. And they should hold him accountable. They should hold Dylan White accountable. Because right now, if you keep doing this, you're going to push these guys not to fight the best. Just to try to go undefeated. Big Club Monaghan, they were ordered to fight Povetkin, and Wilder didn't accept the terms until after Hearn said that Povetkin fight was next. Both men said they will fight if, and both ended up not accepting terms. You talking about, hey, no. Wilder was going to fight Povetkin. Remember, Wilder was going over to Russia. Povetkin didn't pass the test. Is that what I believe, right? Povetkin got caught up in that WBC clean program and failed the test. Wilder was scheduled to go over there and fight in Russia. Let's continue. T-Dub was blazing the sports. Guys, please do me a favor. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Guys, listen, this is raw, unedited, uncut, live responses to the chat. Wilder said 10% and was offered more than turn it down. Oh, no. See, Red Glove Muddleton, he said he will accept 10% if Anthony Joshua would take 10% in the rematch. He will give Anthony Joshua 90% up front and take 10% as long as in the rematch, Wilder gets 90% and Anthony Joshua takes 10%. Well, Anthony Joshua pretty much offered him 12.5% in so many words. And they said, no, we're not going to take the same in the rematch. We're not even going to take 50% in the rematch. Basically, you take this 12.5% now, and you may get about 24% in the rematch. That's what they offered. They did not accept exactly what Wilder said. And I can pull up the audio, guys. AJ is also guilty of the $50 million offer he didn't take. Listen, here's the difference. The difference is that not Wilder, but Anthony Joshua said, offer me $50 million, I take it in 24 hours. They offered him $50 million, and it's almost been a month later, he hasn't taken it. Now, Deontay Wilder said, listen, I would take 10%. Now, if you take 10% in the rematch, Anthony Joshua said, no, we will offer you $12.5 million flat. No back-end money, flat. Any back-end money is for Eddie Hearn, because Joshua's going to get a flat too. He don't know, but he's going to get a flat too. They said, well, if I take 12.5% flat, but 12.5 million flat, you take 12.5 million flat in the rematch. They said no. That's why. As we continue. See, man, I watch a lot of boxing. I work a lot of hours, so I don't get a chance to do a lot of videos. But I watch a lot of boxing. I remember a lot.
Not going to wait, get to sort of July and then August, and then all of a sudden we've still got no fight scheduled. So after probably about 2 weeks of no reply from our offer, we started making plans to fight Povetkin in September, and we've pretty much got a deal.
I got you, Red.
To fight in September. I spoke to them this morning, and obviously they want to know. The WBA want to know, and we're under time pressure. So, and we.
All right. Red Glove Muddleton said that then Whiting and Wilder accept the terms until Hearn said that Povetkin fight was next. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna touch on that. Let me read Damon's email. He says no. Wilder said 10% as long as they take the rematch. What he was talking about, bro. Exactly. All right. So, TW, you good? You still the man? Hey, no, I appreciate it, man. Listen, I appreciate the support, Red. Like, shoot, you was you supported way back when I only had what, like 70 some subscribers. Remember that? Remember when I was pushing for 100? And here's the thing, Red, is that with me, I like when sometimes two people see it differently. I'm glad every person that talk boxing don't all think the same. I'm glad, because that way you can find out what's really going on. You find different thoughts. And I really love that. I love it. Like when somebody tell me, Anthony Joshua is this and this, I don't get mad. You know what? That's an opportunity for both of us to learn, because you know something I don't know, or I know something you don't know. Or either way, even if we both giving the information to each other, we can learn from it, even if we both hold our grounds. But let me touch back on, you said, then why did Wilder accept the terms until Hearn said that Povetkin fight was made? All right, let me touch on that. Eddie Hearn, here, I'm going to break down everything right here. Eddie Hearn offered 12.5 million flat to Wilder. That offer was not good, so Deontay Wilder went quiet for a while Anthony Joshua was talking a lot. And then Deontay Wilder Said, I hope you're a man of your word, Anthony Joshua. And he played a video where Anthony Joshua says, if you offer me $15 million, I would take it tomorrow. So Deontay Wilder offered him $50 million. Then they try to change it. Well, that's not euros. Well, Anthony Joshua didn't say euros. He said $50 million, and they offered him $50 million. Well, Eddie Hearn countered that. Eddie Hearn upped the money from the 12.5. All right? It's not the same offer. It's not the same original offer. Even in this interview right here, I might be able to get to it, but they said, the interviewer asked him, he said, okay, I know you upped the offer, but what did you up it to? Eddie Hearn didn't let him know, but people are thinking it's anywhere between maybe 15 to 20 million, somewhere along that line. And again, Red Glove, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. He said, yeah, bro, I'm proud of your accomplishment. Thank you, man. Guys, listen, a lot of you guys don't know this, man. I'm going to give you guys a history fact. I started this channel back, not this channel, but a channel before this. It was me and this white dude. And I'm not lying. If we would have stuck with it, we would be really big right now, because we had videos back then that was getting like 127K views. And then my partner started doing some moves that I didn't agree with. I'm not going to go into it, but he did some things that I didn't like. So I walked away from the situation and I started What's Blazing in Sports. As soon as I start What's Blazing in Sports, I find out that an ex-girlfriend that I broke up with because she was horrific. 2 months later, she was pregnant. Ever since then, I was put through hell. I stopped doing videos. I done videos every now and then, but I wasn't consistent. I was like literally, some of them was like once a year or once every 2 months, or because I wasn't into it. And then when I finally came back, it was like I went to trial to fight for my kid for like 2.5 years. And when I finally came back to doing this, I had like maybe 70-some subscribers. And by that time, there was a lot of big people. A lot of big people that wasn't around that was huge. Ego was big. 78. A lot of people, man. ES News always been big. He was big back then. I think back then he may have had around 100,000 subscribers, but now he has a lot more than that. But now it's not like it was, man. Back then, if I'd have stuck with it, I'd have been one of the newer people that was doing it. But now it's so big now, and it's so funny. YouTube is so funny. It's just hard to grow. But listen, let me get off of that. I'm gonna try to let you guys hear the rest of it. I want you guys to hear this really good stuff. Is that the wrong thing? But either way, guys, I'm back doing videos now. The sad thing is, my baby mother pulled some more shenanigans. She moved out of the city she was in, and now I have to go back to court. I got to go see a lawyer who's trying to get between $2,500 down for a retainer. So I know I'm going to be stressed, guys, but the one thing I told myself is I want to continue to do videos and not let the depression get me.
Been under time pressure for the last couple of weeks, so we've got to get moving, and hopefully they review the contracts over the weekend and we'll see where we are. What they come back with initially will tell me straight away how likely we are to move quickly to make this as the next fight.
So the situation with Povetkin's people, have you just told them basically just hold tight?
The truth, I just said, look, Josh wants to fight. I spoke to Josh at length. He likes the Povetkin fight because he's a very good fighter. He's only been beaten once by Klitschko on points. He loves the Wilder fight, obviously, because he wants to be the undisputed champion.
I don't get it. If he loves the Wilder fight, I don't understand why is it not next. If Wilder agreed to the new amount of money, it's not the original. They didn't wait till they accepted Povetkin next. Eddie Hearn upped the money. It's not the same offer. Eddie Hearn upped the money from what they initially offered. And now, see, Eddie Hearn don't tell the whole truth. That's why it's really hard listening to Eddie Hearn, because he's not giving you the whole truth, nothing but the truth, the whole truth. He's giving you a 100% whole, undigestible lies. If you listen to him, you will believe his lies. But if you follow along this whole story, it'll paint a better picture than Mozart could have done himself. Leonardo, Raphael, any of them, Michelangelo, they couldn't have touched him.
Wants to be the best, but he also wants to get going. He's just started training, and he wants some news, probably the same as Wilder. And his, ethos is, let's fight Wilder.
So he just said Anthony Joshua wants the news the same as Wilder. If Wilder agreed and Joshua wants to fight, why Eddie Hearn is not making it next? I'm telling you right now, my belief is Eddie Hearn is the main person holding this fight up.
But if this is going to stall, let's just go straight with Povetkin and then we'll fight Wilder immediately after. So,
did you hear that lie? Did you hear that lie? He said AJ says if Deontay Wilder is going to stall, then we'll fight Povetkin next and Wilder out there. Wilder accepted. That's the opposite of stalling. When you accept, that's not stalling. They accepted your new, probably third offer, because I heard you offer the 12.5, then you sent the offer, then you sent another offer. That's what I'm hearing.
I said from the start, the way I see it at the moment is the Wilder fight is 100% happening. And the max you probably have to wait is 7-8 months. But hopefully, possibly, you might have to wait 3 or 4 months. But I'm almost certain this gets signed. It's just a case of when and how quickly.
How much more significant financially was your improved offer?
Listen to, hey, Red, listen to this. The interviewer just asked him, he said, how much more was your offer than the original? Which lets you know it's not the same offer.
On the original?
I'm not really going to go into the offer. It was a decent improvement. I think it's a fair deal. I mean,
it's something you thought that they would put their ears to come back to.
Their ears.
Yeah.
And, I think it probably did, but they didn't really want to.
All right, guys, let me put this down. He just said, I thought the first one would have poked their ears. Listen, once again, guys, that Ray Glidden said, be right back. Gotta call my girl real quick. Ain't no problem. Damien said, and that was in the May. You know what, Damien, man? The UK fans has to know that Eddie's a liar. That he lies. Put it like that. I'm not gonna call him a liar, that he lies. That if you just listen to him, you can understand that there's a lot of things that's not true. That I believe Joshua may want this fight a little bit more, but Eddie thinking about dollars. Eddie thinking about prolonging the fight. Eddie thinking about making this quick fight with Povetkin and then fighting Wilder. Because how is Eddie Hearn so confident that he can fight Wilder next? He said, listen, the fight's going to be 100% pretty much certain it's going to be made. It's going to be 6 to 8 months, or it could be as little as 3 or 4 months, but it's going to be made. Which means that Eddie Hearn knows he wants to fight Wilder and he wants to do it. The thing is, he's trying to milk the people. And in doing milking the people, say, can you do me a favor? Can you give me one of like little shots or whatever? And instead of when he wants to milk the people, but he wants to blame the people. He don't want to say, listen, all right, guys, Lakeisha, what's going on? He said, you can believe he put some extra bull in the contract to send over internally, trying to get Wilder to say, hell no. Listen, I can't take it on camera. I'll put it here. So, I want to touch on that, Lakeisha. Here's what I said about that, is that they sent over a contract, a newly amount that's more than the original, which just Eddie Hearn agreed to. And Deontay Wilder accepted the money, and he accepted the UK. To be honest, that shit all matters. We will fight anywhere in the UK, and we agreed to the dollar amount you sent. But now Eddie Hearn is talking about the fight can only be in Wembley. Anthony Joshua really wants it in Wembley. He said this is a Wembley fight, and if they can't do it in Wembley, so you're telling me right now that if the fight is not done in a particular stadium, that you're not going to fight? Let me turn this back up. If it's not done in a particular stadium, you're not going to fight him. And check this out, right? Going back to Lakeisha's question, or not question, basically statement. Absolutely. Because now Eddie Hearn is saying that, see, they agree to the money, but they might not always agree to the terms. You know what that terms mean? The terms mean I'm gonna put some extra sauce in here that I know you're not gonna like. I know you're not gonna like it. You know what? It could be a numerous of things. It could be, all right, here's the terms. That this amount that you agreed to in the UK, but it's not going to be after Povetkin. That could be it. Remember, they're already trying to sell you Povetkin right now. They're already trying to sell you to fight Povetkin right now. So one of the things could be, yeah, but you know, if we can't get the whip, here's a term, or stipulation. If we can't get Wembley in September, then we got to fight Povetkin in September, and we'll fight you in somewhere in December or February. That's some condition. Or it's going to be something like, either way, whatever the conditions is, it's going to amount to, we're not fighting you next. We're not. Because you already agreed to the UK. You already agreed to the money, which means anything else would be little. And I'm pretty sure you would agree to fight in any stadium or any back alley there is. Because you already agreed to the money. And you agreed to be in the UK. So what hidden terms is he going to add in there? He's going to put something in there that he know, like Lakeisha said, that Wilder, you know what Wilder won't accept? I'm going to tell you right now. Here's what Deontay Wilder won't accept. If you're telling him that the fight is not next, but you agree to this dollar amount now, before we fight Povetkin, who is next, and then after that, then we will fight you. That's what he'll say. Hell no, this is for who's next. Because we don't know how that fight going to go with you and Povetkin. Why the hell would I sign to fight you now, and you might even lose to Povetkin or look like shit in Povetkin? Let's go. Damon said the LA Times reported that this new offer is a joke. Listen, you know what, Damon? I didn't even hear the new offer, but the fact is that even if it's a joke that not even a joker will laugh at, and Wilder still accept it, we just let you know that this man right here, this is the real champion. I'm telling you right now, this is the man that's acting like a champion. That's a man that's acting like he was made a champion. They put him into a couple things and got him a fight. Anthony Joshua is acting like Rocky before he fought Mr. T. Because remember when he said, hey, I've been pinning you against guys you can beat, but you can't beat this guy. He's raw. He has all those things that you probably used to have back in the day. Wilder. He's a monster. He'll beat you. You can't beat him. Wilder. And unlike Rocky, who said, I'm still going to take the fight, win, lose, or draw, Joshua not going to take the fight. What up, Red Glove? He said, I'm back. What's going on, man? Listen, man, you already know. Hey, you know what, guys? Listen, man. This stream did say Anthony Joshua talk and more. Listen, guys. Listen, man. The floor is open. All right? If you want to talk about Wilder and Joshua, and listen, I can do that all day. You want to talk about Terrence Crawford or Spence? You want to talk about Danny Garcia, Sean Porter? It really doesn't matter. But I'm telling you this right now. If Danny Garcia some kind of way beat Sean Porter, I believe he would be the weaker of the champions at 147. I think he would be what people would perceive be the weaker. Because Danny Garcia has not managed to carry up the power that he had when he was at 140. Yes, he still got a pop. Remember, even when he got Brandon Rios out of there, that was just a really timed shot on it, right on the chin. But guys, remember, guys, if you guys ever want to call in, I got a text. Oh, I got my volume up. I'm done. What's up now, guys? Basically, in case you guys know, I'm probably not gonna be here much longer. It's been 45 minutes. That if you see the number 314-884-1013, you are more welcome to call in. So if Lakeisha, you want to call in, Damien, regular monitoring. And here's the thing: when you call in, you can speak your piece. I don't care what you say. You speak your piece. Take whatever side you want. Say who you are, where you call it from. I don't care if you promote yourself. That's cool. Just say what you want, guys. Just an open line. All right. So, Terrence Crawford versus Errol. Oh, guys, that's some news too. I'm gonna do a video about that. Maybe not tonight though. But Top Rank Bob actually touched on Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. Basically, that fight's not going to happen at least another a minimum of a year. Or if these guys can generate at least $500K in pay-per-view buys, because he wants some guys, what he say, to be able to get paid like they should get paid. But guys, listen. Oh, listen, guys, do me a favor. Comment below. Let me know, what do you think? I appreciate all of them. I respond to most of them that I can see. Do you believe Anthony Joshua really wants this fight? That's a question. Do you believe Deontay Wilder really wants this fight? Do you believe Eddie Hearn really wants this fight next? Who do you believe that put the more visible effort to trying to make this fight happen? And like I said, guys, if you're from the UK, you're a UK fan, I am calling for a mutiny against Eddie Hearn. He needs to walk the plank. There need to be an uprising. We're not going to take it. We're not going to take it anymore with this BS. Hey, thanks, Damien. You know, I think this is the first time I've seen you in the chat. Damien, do me a favor, man. If you like the video, a lot of times I'm not at home in front of my studio, but I do videos at work around 15 minutes. Man, please do me a favor. Just hit the subscribe button, man, and I really want to take this channel and grow with it and be as authentic as I can, and you know what I'm saying, and acknowledge everyone that comes to the chat room. Guys, it's 48 minutes left. I got my girl in there. Like I told you, listen, guys, for $50 million, I will hit her sister and tell her about it for $50 million. And for $50 million, she will forgive me. It's just T-Dog. What's Blazing Sports? We are here live, guys. So I'm going to get ready and get out of here. But what I want to do is give a shout out to everyone that came into the chat room. And guys, look these guys up, all right? MBT Boxing from Australia. Really good what he do. Damien. Guys, thank you. Appreciate it. I think he said I just read where he said he subscribed. Shout out to Damien in the chat room. Miss Minnie, who I know from Victor Mon. You figured deal me. Thank you for coming into the chat. Rashid, thank you. I appreciate you coming into the chat. Regular Mountain, who been there when I had like 70-some subscribers. Thank you for coming to the chat. Lakeisha, you already, I got listen. Lakeisha is a dude. That's her husband. Do not try to click on Lakeisha and holler at her, because you'd be hollering at him and he would send some hollows at you. But this is your boy T-Dog. What's Blazing Sports? We are here live.